So dry through Saturday, it looks like, through the daytime Saturdays. Saturday night into Sunday mornings when we have that rain and maybe some thunderstorms. Right now, the severe weather threat looks low for our area. And I want to say that there are so many crazy things going around the internet. There's scary maps, just depending on who you follow or whatever pops up in your social media feed. The maps are wild. The clickbait is wild. It is Wild West weather out there. So if there's one thing that I can do for you, we're not going to do that. We're just going to tell you straight up how the weather is going to be and really try to bulldoze the bull crap in the weather that's online. So just straight up weather here. I'm not trying to scare you at any point in time. All right. So cool, windy with some showers Sunday. So some of the wind gusts, it looks like Saturday, south wind ahead of the cold front gets us up into the 80s, a bit breezy Saturday as well. Behind that cold front, we're down to the 60s, so about a 20-degree drop in temperatures from Saturday to Sunday with some lingering rain showers on Sunday. Maybe kind of a raw day out there and some wind gusts around 30 to 40 miles per hour. We're not used to windy conditions. I think we're going to have a lot of acorns and leaves flying off the trees. Of course, we haven't hit peak color yet with the fall foliage. That'll be late this month and into early afternoon. Mary asking a guess about the first frost. So I would say it might end up being early November, but we'll take a look at the long range with the GFS here in just a second and see if we get any new cold spells trying to show up. But I didn't see anything terribly cold through the rest of this month. But again, good question there. And we'll look ahead here in just a second. Usually we do that around 10:20 to 10:30. We'll start to look at the longer range data. Again, that play ball forecast here for today, 71 degrees, mostly sunny this afternoon. After that high temperature mid-afternoon, dropping back into the 60s, might need that little extra layer if you've got some cross country or soccer or golf or whatever sport it is your kids or grandkids might be doing after school. Might want that little extra layer in case it gets just a little bit of a chill in the air as that sun angle lowers in the sky. A very glary time of year. The sun is just lower in the sky, so it just feels like it's always kind of in your face a lot of the day. All right. Christian asking, yes, you do. You still have rain in the forecast for your Sunday there, Christian. And again, we'll look at the weather model data here in just a second. How many days until? Only 3 days until our normal highs are in the 60s. And about that time, we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday will be in the 60s, right on time. Time change, 17 days, November 2nd, 5:42 p.m. sunsets. Thumbs down on that one. Average first flurries at about 30 days, about a month away. Typically mid-November is when we get our first flurries. Our normal highs go into the 50s November 11th. So in 3 days, we go to average highs in the 60s. November 11th, we go down to our normal highs in the 50s. Thanksgiving in 42 days. Our weather history for today, crazy one here in 1780, the most deadly Western Hemisphere hurricane on record raged across the Caribbean. It killed 22,000 people on the islands of Martinique, St. Eustatius, in Barbados. Thousands more died at sea in 1780. 1942, the Midnapore cyclone struck India. Thousands of people perished and 10,000s of head of cattle were lost. In a horrific weather history today. 1989, across southern sections of central Indiana, severe thunderstorms knocked down trees, blew off a roof, caused street flooding. Anybody remember that? 1999, Hurricane Irene moved across the Florida Keys, producing heavy rain, strong winds, and high waves, a gust of 102 at Big Pine Key. 2004, a chain reaction accident on I-95 in White Marsh, Maryland, injured 49 people caused by the glare of sudden hail. That is crazy. Crazy weather history for today. All right, the weather jokes, not all that weather related, but here we go. If an old man refused to take a nap, like my dad, is he resisting arrest? Resisting arrest? If a cow doesn't produce milk, is it a milk dud or an utter failure? Humpty Dumpty is having a terrible winter, which sucks because he had a great fall. I'm trying to come up with a good vampire pun, but they all suck. There you go. There's your weather jokes. I think these are better than yesterday. Christian, I see your comment about hurricanes. There's nothing happening. Just that one system out in the middle of the Atlantic. We're past the peak of the hurricane season. We're getting these fronts to keep everything out in the Atlantic. Today's forecast, but we can take a peek a little bit later. Your forecast today for your Thursday, October the 16th, 71 degrees, a touch cooler, upper 60s, low 70s across the region, but keep enjoying it. Northeast winds at around 5 to 10, sunset at 7:03. And tonight's low with a mostly clear sky, getting a bit chilly. Might get a furnace kicking on here and there with lows in the 40s and just a very light breeze from the east. Our sunrise at 7:54. And your forecast for your Friday, it's going to be a fantastic Friday. 40s out the door, upper 60s at noon, and mid 70s tomorrow afternoon. So a little bit warmer than today and about 5 degrees above our normal high of 70, normal low of 50. Orleans, giving me some confidence here. That's some funny jokes. Lillian Lasley, awesome jokes. Lillian said the jokes were good yesterday. Now they're awesome. All right, we're doing better today. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Here's the 7-day forecast here at 10:16 on your Thursday morning, 75 tomorrow. So big weekend changes, nearly a 20-degree drop in temperatures Saturday to Sunday. 80s Saturday. That 83 might be conservative. There could be some spots, especially in southern, southwestern Kentucky, might hit some mid to upper 80s. I've got that rain chance, but it's really for Saturday night and then into Sunday morning. It looks pretty wet Sunday morning. The storms likely will roll through during the overnight period and early Sunday morning. And so that might wake some of us up with some rumbles of thunder, but it doesn't look that impressive as far as severe weather for our area. It looks higher off to the southwest. We'll keep an eye on it as we get into the, tomorrow we'll have some high resolution weather model data that will time it out better. Just don't see a whole lot of energy for severe weather. There's a lot of wind energy. And real quick, I'll take a brief explainer with that. When you have a lot of shear, there's a low level jet that's going to come through Saturday night into Sunday, and it's going to give us some 30 to 40 mile per hour winds Sunday. But when you have a lot of wind and you don't have a lot of surface cape or fuel for the storms, it's just overly sheared. You get gusty winds, but not necessarily any kind of severe weather event. So some gusty thunderstorms will be possible. Low end severe weather threat for our area. There's